Neil Ratner, Rock Doc, with a story. Many people don't know that Pink Floyd road tested The Dark Side of the Moon, playing a total of 93 shows in 1972 before they actually released the album, which was in March of 1973. Roger Waters had the initial concept, and he wanted to deal with the things that made people mad, with a special focus on the pressures the band faced and on Sid's mental breakdown. According to David Gilmour, and I quote, "There was a feeling that the words were going to be very clear and specific. That was a leap forward. Things would mean what they meant. That was a distinct step away from what we had done before." Now, my friend Peter Watts was in charge of sound, and he had big ideas about creating true quadraphonic sound, which had never been done up to that point. And he knew that this concept album, when they toured it, that was the time that he was going to do it. So he convinced Steve O'Rourke, the manager, and he went out and he bought new speakers, a new PA system, and a 24-channel mixing board. Arthur Max, the Floyd's lighting director, also went out and bought a brand new lighting rig. All right, so now Waters produced a few demos in his home studio, and the band began rehearsing the material in January 1972 at a warehouse the Rolling Stones owned in South London. Then they moved to the Rainbow Theatre in London for the final 3 days of rehearsal. By then, they had had a band meeting in Nick Mason's garage, and they had all agreed that they would test the new material on tour before recording one song. Here it is in the background. Okay, everything was set to premiere. The new material was going to be great, and they were going to premiere it on January 20th, 1972, which would be their first gig of a tour, and they would premiere it at the Brighton Dome in England. Okay, so now Nick Mason was really excited, and he spoke about how they couldn't wait to start playing the new material, how they were really excited about all the new equipment. So Peter and Arthur and the roadies were at the Dome at 9 o'clock in the morning to make sure everything went right, and they spent all day setting everything up. Well, it all started well enough, and the song order was the same as on the album, starting with this. But about 30 minutes into the show, in the middle of Money, everything fell apart. A terrible, sustained hiss started coming through the PA. Gilmour and Waters had a quick chat on stage. The band stopped, and Waters told the audience, "That wasn't pretty. We'll fix it." Well, Peter and Arthur and the roadies, everybody went crazy, and they spent 20 minutes trying to fix it. But the problem was they couldn't fix it, because the new lighting system had shorted out the PA, making it impossible to use the tapes and the sounds and everything else they needed to really make this piece of music, Dark Side of the Moon, sound the way it was supposed to. So when they came back on stage, Waters told the audience, "Due to severe mechanical and electric horror, we can't do many more of that bit, so we'll do something else." And they went into Adam Hart Mother, played a great gig. People didn't really know the difference, and that was it. Well, the next night at Guildhall in Portsmouth, things went much better, and the tour continued without too many other problems. But both Peter and Arthur were still not satisfied with the equipment they had, and a few months later, Peter arranged a meeting between myself and Floyd's manager, Steve O'Rourke, which led to my company, Circus Talents Limited, joining forces with the Floyd for the rest of the Dark Side of the Moon tour. Let's listen for a minute. That's my story. I hope you enjoyed it. Neil Ratner, Rock Doc. Have a great day and see you soon.